Cancellations was the highest last month, around 48% nationwide.
Oh my God, 48.
So, and some markets, even like Miami and Las Vegas and a couple of markets,
Vegas
yeah,
really is in
around
trouble.
more than 50%.
Right.
So what does that tell you? That means that buyers are fatigued, they're uncertain about the economy,
Right.
and they don't really want to pay the price that the sellers are asking, right? So what should you do as a seller? You're probably thinking, okay, I'm going to take my property off them, or I'm taking my property off the market now. I want to relist this. I want to sell it again, but I'm going to get a different agent. All right. So we're going to go over pros and cons of doing that with a different agent.
Relisting.
Relisting, essentially, right? We're going to tell you why it might be a good idea and why it might not be. So just a takeaway from that. So let's go in and talk about pros really quick.
Fresh on the MLS. Once
Right.
you relist, that means it started all again.
Right. So I want to also include that when you think you're going to go back in the market and have these positive effects, but remember, if your agent was incompetent or didn't do what they promised to do for you, then going on the market again with the similar pricing strategy might get you get you better results end of the day, right? Because if they promise you, let's say I'm going to do mega open house, I'm going to do brokers tours, open houses, and so forth, and have these amazing flyers and things, I'm going to reach out to my network. If they didn't do all that, then yes, it can have a better result, like what you just said.
Serve champagne or do any open house or even have a quartet or a DJ. But if that didn't happen,
right,
they're not doing what they promised.
Yeah. What is other things?
Okay, so
boosting visibility, right?
On Zillow and Redfin.
Yeah. So yeah, people can. The new agent might have a different way of marketing you, right? If it's a big company or something, maybe they have an in-house. Compass is very popular.
They've been doing it for a long time, so they have a vast network.
Right. They might have a buyer's list already built up, so they may bring in a buyer that way. And the third one is what?
Well,
we just as reset as well too, right?
Yeah.
If the listing wasn't getting out there for people to view it, then people aren't seeing it. Right?
Yeah, but if you relist and it says, oh, wait a minute, I must have missed this one. So people coming back again might have, see that what you have right now.
Absolutely. So now let's jump into the cons. Oops. We're trying to keep this very quick to the point. And the cons are you're using a new agent. The agent has done everything your old agent did, right? Marketing, they did fantastic job at marketing and all the social media channels and everything else that they promised to do, they did it.
But MLS doesn't hide, doesn't lie. It shows you the total days on the MLS.
Right. So if you go to like Redfin, right, you'll see your property when you relist it again. You'll see a cumulative days on the market versus total days on the market. You'll also see, if we're on the market for 90 days, they'll say 90 days plus the other 4, right, in 2 separate categories, and all sites will break that down. So buyers know what's happening, right?
The last one actually is very important is if you do not change the price, if you do not lower the price, then there's nothing changed because the listing becomes stale or something is wrong with that listing.
Right. I was going to stick to the last minute and the last, but we kind of jumped the board, but that's fine. Stale in perception and also lost momentum, right? That's another one, right?
Yep.
The perception is that something is wrong with your listing.
Even it may not be.
Right. You could say, oh, I listed this for $1.8 million, but the market has shifted. There's nothing your agent can do when the market shifts, which we are in right now. We are in a definitely shifting market right now.
It'll shift back. We're waiting for that.
It's a buyer's market. It's not sellers. The buyers are fatigued. Rates are still high. They're like, okay, well, I don't want to pay what you paid before. They're tired of overbidding and the games that they played in the last 2-3 years, right?
They got burned.
They got burned, and they want some sort of certainty in the economy too right now, right? I mean, we are in a fucking recession right now. We are in a recession, 100%.
Yeah, I've called it.
And they want to see, and they want to make sure that they're going to have a job down the line as well too before they buy. And that's not to say that people are not buying on the flip side of it, right?
Yep.
Remember, Bay Area is pretty affluent still, right? We have a lot of money in the Bay Area.
We're still selling.
And people are still buying.
Sold.
Absolutely, and people are still buying. Right. So that's one. Last thing, yes, like Mike said, the price is the biggest factor.
We always say that, guys.
Right? If you want to move the property for whatever reasons you have, right, today in this market, you have to reduce the price. If you list it for 1.8, you got to look at the comps now, see what's selling now, what's active days on the market, adjust 3% downwards, and go from there.
And
But you have to.
don't blame your agent if you're really set on this number, because if that agent wants your business, they'll try to work with you and say, okay, you want 1.8, okay, we'll try. But you know what? If you don't price it right at this market right now, you're going to be reducing it. So just start off right, because you don't want your property to be stale.
Right. And again, it comes down to your own personal strategy, personal pain point, right? You want to make sure that you're doing it for your own personal reasons, right? If you can hold on to the property for a longer time, go ahead,
that.
by all means.
Yeah.
Remember, in the last 5 years, property values appreciated 100%, damn near. And it takes anywhere from a decade and a half to do that. But 100%. It happened quicker, right? So if you're not in a pain point, if you don't want to sell and buy another property at a higher rate right now, then hold on to it by all means.
Right.
But if the strategy calls for you selling for whatever reason, maybe downgrading and so forth, then please take that into consideration. Pricing is the biggest factor right now.
Thank you guys for watching this video.
That's
See you next time.